Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Today we are back with oxygen not included, and this is of course our 50-50 challenge. This is part 3. We started with 50 dupes in the very first cycle, and this is currently cycle 25. So I would say let's just jump right into it and see if we can make it to cycle 50. And here we are. Yes, the dupes are currently cleaning up. I gave him a lot of things they have to clean, and there are even a few more that they have to complete. But other than that, our base is actually looking pretty decent, I would say. So let's see what we can get into first. Right here on the top of our base, I think we can go up a little bit more. We have more oxalate here and more oxygen if we need it, so we should probably get into that. So let's do precisely that. We're gonna come all the way up as high as we can with this, and also with our pole here, of course. There we go. And then we're gonna let the dupes dig it all out, just like this here as well. And we will just see what's up here. It's literally this simple. Then down here on the bottom, we have all these oxygen diffusers right here. They're currently all disabled. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get completely rid of them. So let's say buildings, and then let's rip those here out. And these areas here, I'm probably going to make great hauls out of them because we currently don't have any, and a tiny little bit of a morale boost is certainly not gonna hurt. So let me plop this in here, and then we will see what else we can tear up. And here we are in cycle 30, and look at this here, we have our 4 great hauls for a total of 48 dupes. So there are 2 dupes missing, once again, kind of like with our bedrooms, isn't there? But the bedroom problem has been solved. Yes, I put in 2 extra nice, big and cozy bedrooms for who's in here? That is a good question. Number 23 is in here, and number 24 is in there. So 23 and 24 now also have a place to sleep, which gives all 50 dupes finally their own proper bed. But of course, over here we need to do something similar, so I will come up with something how we can squeeze an extra couple dupes into here. Next on the list will be research. In research, we have already done a hell of a lot, but there are a couple more things that I want. One of them is animal control all the way through, so we get the grooming station in case we want to wrench something. And then I'm gonna go over here into plastics manufacturing, because having a few more options than fossil fuels certainly can't hurt, and might as well go all the way through here. Because better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You guys know it, that is usually my mantra. All the way down here on the bottom, we have this natural gas geyser right here. So I think we're going to dig over here, and we are trying to get in here. We have 5 kilograms of this stuff here, so it will be a little bit complicated to get in there safely, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So let's hop into oxygen, and where are we gonna go in? I would say that this here actually makes a pretty good height, so probably right around here. You know what, screw it, we're just gonna go in on both sides. There we go. We're just gonna plop in 2 deodorizers. We're gonna make this as simple as we can. Gonna come all the way through here with this stuff. For right now, that is perfectly fine. The deodorizers will filter most of this polluted oxygen here out, and that should be more than good enough for what we are doing. As soon as we have them, we're gonna dig over here, and then we will see if we cannot build a proper enclosure. We will probably need a liquid lock though. And here we have it, our liquid lock is done, and this here is now a vacuum. Everything's good on this side. This here still has to go though, and over here on the right side, yes, we are building an entire construction here with natural gas generators. 3 of them for right now should probably get the job done, so we're gonna stop right here, because why would we go any further? We can't just store the rest or just leave it in there. It doesn't really matter. At the moment I don't have any plans to store it, so we're just gonna leave it in there where it belongs. But for right now, we need to get this here built, and as soon as we have it, we will see how it works. Here on the bottom, it looks like now everything is completed. We just need to clean up a tiny little bit right here. As soon as this is done, we can close this area here off, and that should get the job done. But of course, we still need to dig into here as well. And I'm just gonna leave it as it is because it, well, literally does not matter. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear out this wall right here, make it nice and straight, something like this here, and then this natural gas here can come into this entire area right here. Here we have an atmos sensor that we can set up however we want, and that is how we're gonna get our natural gas over to the right, all the way over here to our natural gas generators, which is of course very, very good. But that is of course not all. When we go all the way to the top, we also have another great haul right here with only 2 mess tables in it and 2 masterpieces for the 2 dupes that were left out with this construction down here on the bottom. So that is what that looks like, and all 50 dupes not only have a bed now, but they also have a place to sit and eat in their own great halls. So that is of course another very good thing, and that should make the dupes quite happy. Very, very good. Dupes, carry on. Down here, last but not least, everything is now looking good. This is completely closed off. This here we're going to turn off really, yeah, we're gonna say above 2000 kilograms. There we go, should never reach that because I'm just gonna let it fill up. It'll be perfectly fine. I have nowhere to go with it. I have put in a pipe, but there's really nowhere that I have to bring this water right now. So we're just gonna leave it there and we will deal with it later, if we have to deal with it before cycle 50, which I doubt. So let's go into here and let's say we want to have 1000 grams in here. That should turn to green now. There we go. And now, yes, there we go. It is flowing. Our natural gas is coming in. So let's turn up the speed. Let's bring it all the way over. And then let's watch these here turn on basically right away. There we go. And now, any second right here, we should have used it up and they should turn on. Come on, natural gas generators. There we go. And we are producing our first polluted water. It's literally this simple. Very, very good. And now we are using a quote-unquote renewable resource, at least in this game. Right up here on the top, we are running a little bit low on polluted water. Well, at least in here, we have a hell of a lot more up here, which we are about to transfer. But at the same time, I sent the dupes over here into there, and here we have a neural vacillator. So I would say we're gonna use our favorite guinea pig, Chemster, and we will see what this thing here does. And here comes Chemster, so let's see what this thing here has in store for us. Chemster is in there, he is in, and he is already working on it. And we will see here any second what we get. Old Chemster, let's see. And he should be done, let's check it, complete neural process. And Chemster, what have you got? This duplicant got muscles on their muscle, strength plus 10. Chemster, alright, start carrying stuff, I guess. Alright, that is very good. But what can we do here? We could extend this here a little bit. We can just grab a tile and we can just tile this here up. As soon as this here is tiled up, we're just gonna tear this stuff here out and extend our storage all the way into here. Yes, we will flood it, but it really doesn't matter. So dupes, let's get it done. You know what, let's do it right away. Let's dig this here out because nothing will flood over. And as soon as this wall here is built, we're gonna tear these tiles here out as well. And then we're gonna dig into all this stuff here on the top. I almost forgot that you can get rid of the neural vacilators now. Yes, as long as we have a dupe that has the demolition skill, which is Deaf Pony. We just saw him do it. It is completely gone. And now this entire area here can be water storage. So I would say let's dig into this first little bit right here and we will see what happens. And now at the beginning of cycle 38, the water is flowing and it is filling up our storage, and we will see how high it goes. If it is not too high, we can dig this here up as well, and if not, we're just gonna leave it and wait a little longer. It's really no problem. We just need to make sure that this here is always filled a little bit, so down here our Rodriguez is not going to run out of water. That would be very bad for our dupes. They certainly would not like it. So let's make that a #1 priority and then go from there. Currently, right here, we are in cycle 40 and everything is going wonderfully. Honestly, much better than I expected. Not gonna lie about it. It is wonderful. I went in here without a plan whatsoever, just trying to survive, and this is what we have right now. And everything is just great, quite honestly. I could just let the game run until cycle 50 right now and it would be perfectly fine. But that would be slightly boring, now wouldn't it be? So, what are we going to do? Right here we have a printing pod and it's ready. So let's choose a blueprint and we have a care package right here. But what if we bring on a 51st dupe? I think that's a great idea. And we are going to bring on a meep. So let's print this meep right here. Hello meep. Yeah, welcome to the game. But you're of course not going to stay meep. So we are going to give you a different name. And you are going to be with Copdots Gaming. Yes, because that is who I am going to challenge for this 50-50 challenge. It's a brand new channel, only about 60 subscribers, but he will get there. I see great potential. So have a shot at it and let us see what you can do. And while you're at it, why don't you get in here and help us out a little bit around the base. Of course, you will need a bedroom. So what are we gonna do with that? You know what? Let's give you another one, your own very private, very personal bedroom. And if we have another piece of reed fiber, which I'm not entirely sure about, let's take a look. Yes, we do. There we go. That is yours and yours alone. And up here on the top, we're going to kill the symmetry a tiny little bit. but you know what, let's plop 2 in. 1 is gonna stay empty, but that is perfectly fine. With Cop Gaming, welcome to the game and have fun with this challenge. Right here on the top, that was actually a while ago. I put another row of form tiles in case we need them, but so far it was absolutely not necessary. What we have is enough for our now 51 dupes. So that is of course very good. But you know what, while we are at it, why don't we put in a hatch wrench? I don't know, I have seen a couple of hatches around here. Yeah, down here on the bottom we definitely have hatches. So we might as well start wrenching a little bit while we are at it. So let's do precisely that. For that we of course need a couple of things. First of all, we're gonna build it off insulated tiles. That's fine. Let's go 5 high right here. And we need to make it 25 long. Let's see, how long is this here? 20 and 25 is all the way here in the back. That's perfectly fine. We're gonna make it 4 high and then we're gonna come all the way back. That is 3 high, that is suboptimal, can't do that. So let's make it 4 high as that should be, and here we have it. That is exactly what we need. It's literally this simple. Then in the front we can just build in a couple more of those tiles here. Then a pneumatic door right there, and then we can leave 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces and plop another piece right here with another insulated tile on top. And that should give us the perfect hatch wrench. Then up here on the very front of our build, we of course need a few things as well, and we're just going to go into food. The first thing that we need will be a grooming station. Actually, that is not in food. The critter drop-off is in food, which we can plop right here, and the critter feeder goes right there. And then we can go back to stations, of course, which is where our grooming station is. And now we have it all in here. Now we just gotta get it built, and then we are going to plop some hatches in here. Currently we are in cycle 45 and we are looking very, very good here. Yes, our hatches are pretty happy, so let's take a look at this construction right here. It is exactly 100 tiles in size. Of course, we have an insulated tile in the top right corner, an insulated tile right here above the door, and the door itself makes 100 minus 4, and that is of course 96, the exact size a hatch wrench should have. Then when we come all the way down here, where are we at? Right here, yes. In case you're wondering where all this water here is coming from, it's the ice. I put a liquid tapidizer in here, of course hooked up to a thermosensor to melt a little bit more ice. And the ice itself, yeah, it's coming from up here. We have plenty, so I'm just slowly but steadily digging into here to get more water, because we were about to run out. Not gonna lie, it looked a little bit close here for a second. But I think we got it covered. We are at negative 10.8 and it is slowly but steadily rising, which is of course exactly what we need. A very simple solution to a rather big problem. And here we are in cycle 50, almost the end of cycle 50 as a matter of fact. So the 50-50 challenge has officially been completed, but we of course going to go for cycle 51 since we have 51 dupes and make it a 51-51 challenge. Yeah, might as well while we are at it. But let's take a quick look at our base here. Let's look at the pressurization. My god, isn't this here a beauty? And that is all done with those few oxygen diffusers and of course with our full Rodriguez. It looks wonderful. I may have cheated a tiny little bit and dug into this area right here with Oxylite, as well as all the way over here somewhere. Yes, here we have more Oxylite, just to help out a little bit and make it look a tiny little bit more impressive. But that was already there, so it is fair game, I would say. In our temperature overlay though, we are looking a little bit hot. Yeah, right here, of course, we could have torn this out a long time ago, but I didn't because it doesn't matter. We are 38 degrees, it's still no problem. And over here on the left, of course, the exact same thing. It's a little bit warm, but this here is also not how you would build that in a normal setup. But since we are only going for cycle 50, it is no problem at all. Other than that, we still have water here. Here we are running low, but we still made it all the way through with all of these bristle blossoms right here. And that's the only thing we took out of here. Our power area down here on the bottom, looking very, very good. No problem whatsoever. How much did we accumulate? Only 20 kilograms. Yeah, no problem at all. And our natural gas geyser right here is currently dormant, and we still have 5 kilograms in here. It is absolutely no problem at all. So let's wait for cycle 51, and then we will end this challenge officially. And here we have it, cycle 51, and 51 out of 51 dupes are alive with a little bit of starvation sprinkled in, but that's perfectly fine, just do not worry about it. I gotta say, quite honestly, this game here, or better to say this challenge here, was a lot easier than I expected. I expected it to be a lot more difficult. So yeah, maybe I just got lucky with the seed. This is a random seed, I've never played it before. But yeah, so far so good. We could probably go longer if we wanted to. How much longer? That is the question, because I did not build anything for more water production or nothing like that. The only thing that's keeping us alive right now is this ice right here, and that is literally it. So if you plan it out for longer, you could probably make it a hell of a lot longer. But with the current setup, that is probably not possible to go to like cycle 100. I do not see that at all. But that is all I have for you today. But if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and of course comment down below. You know it, I'm always happy to hear from you. And with Cop Gaming, do not forget about your challenge. And with that I say thank you and peace.